There we go. They can hear us now. Hello!
Hey,
how's it going?
We're live. It's time for the Millennium Falcon to make an appearance. Hooray! Oh,
It's so loud. So
Doesn't
obnoxious.
matter how loud it is.
We need to start getting questions in immediately. So welcome to Ask Adams. Oh, turn it off. Turn it. What are you doing? $8,000 bit of kit, and you just go and do that.
Hello, everybody.
Right.
This is an Adam versus Adam.
No, it's
I'm
not.
Adam.
It's Ask Adams.
Hi, everybody. This is an Adam and asking versus Adam.
Yeah.
I am your representative, the face and voice of WhatCulture.com. I am joined, as ever, by my sexual offender scarecrow of a partner. Hi, Adam. So we're here to answer the people's questions. We're doing a live test. We're just testing out some live streaming equipment.
You couldn't sound more enthusiastic about something which is fairly mundane.
What better way to do that than by answering some people's questions? So what we want you to do is we want you to go to the post that WhatCulture Wrestling, at WhatCulture WWE on Twitter has put up, and send us your questions, and we'll just start answering those that we're tweeted.
Sounds good.
Underneath the main post, just reply to that with your questions.
Let's do a hashtag so they can find it as well.
Ask Adams.
Hashtag Ask Adams. We'll find your tweets. We're going to be answering all of your questions.
So far, we've got 2 questions underneath the tweet, which is: are you taking questions for this before, or will it be live streamed?
It's a good question.
We'll be taking questions now. Philippe STU and Henry T. Casey says, which time zone? This one, GMT.
We're live right now. So apparently we should be live on Facebook, What Culture Extra, and YouTube right now. Fingers crossed this all goes to plan. Keep searching that hashtag, mate.
Of course, hashtag Ask Adams.
Hashtag Ask Adams. It's the big one.
We're here to answer all of your questions. We're here to give you our thoughts.
I'm going to check if this is working. This is exciting stuff. What culture?
Hashtag Ask Adams.
So, how about that wrestling, Adam?
Yeah, that wrestling, Adam.
That was a good wrestling this weekend, wasn't it? We are live. We're live there.
We're live. Hey, there we are.
Oh, look, we've got some questions coming up in. Can you do the Venom voice? I don't know what that means.
Venom voice?
Venom, is that Spider-Man?
Because I did how they should make Spider-Man 3.
1,200 people are watching this live.
1,200 people?
Mental. I don't have Twitter. You'll have to register Twitter and then follow us on Twitter at Adam G. What made you start WCPW? That's a great question.
It's a great question for you, mate. You started WCPW.
Yeah, I sure did. Passion, belief. No, but there's an overwhelming amount of talent in the UK at the moment.
Hang on, someone's just asked Pachiti, why are you such a twat?
Why am I such a twat? There's an unbelievable amount of talent in the UK at the moment. Why am I such a twat? It's alright, hurry the F up. We want King Ross, obviously. Good. Ask Adams, do we have a full match list for Delete WCPW yet? We don't. What can we say? El Ligero has answered the challenge of Cody Rhodes and will defend his internet title at WCPW live on iPay-per-view.
We're going to have the first trial for Rampage versus Primate, match number 1. Of 7 will be on Delete WCPW. Of course, we've got Bully Ray versus Broken Matt Hardy.
He's threatened to delete WCPW, and I will not let him because it's my company.
I hope he does it because I'm not involved anymore, and so really the stock value is just plummeting.
Well, that's not true. Look at the views.
Of course, there is Will Ospreay versus Martin Kirby 3.
Absolutely, and Joseph Connors has accepted the challenge of Joe Hendry, and they will face off in a steel cage.
In a steel
cage. It's a huge scope.
Of course, I'm surprised that you've been humble as you usually are, actually.
Yes,
by not mentioning the finals of the Adam Pachiti Tag Title Tournament.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. So we will find out the finalists in this week's episode of Loaded.
That's right.
Will go on to
Friday on Extra and Saturday for the rest. There's the 2 semi-final matches, which is Prospect versus Moss and Slater, and Strong Style Collective versus the Coffee Brothers.
Ooh,
yeah,
ooh.
4 amazing teams.
Good comment here. Gay. Good. Who's better, John Cena or The Rock? Oh, that's actually quite. I like that question. For me,
it depends. Like I'd rather watch John Cena wrestle now.
Mm-hmm.
I like The Rock. He's a fantastic man. Bye, Sam.
See you,
Sam just closed the door
we're
because
being really
quite loud.
He's swearing.
He just gave us a little middle finger.
Oh.
These questions are moving too fast to read. Do you watch Grimm? Yes, we do. We love Grimm's Toy Show, and you should too. Kirby
is the GOAT wrestler. I'm going to ban you as soon as this stream is over.
Okay, who's going to win the Royal Rumble?
Who's going to win the Royal Rumble? Goldberg now. It's Goldberg or Finn, isn't it?
It's not Goldberg.
It's Goldberg.
It's not Goldberg.
Why?
Brock Lesnar's going to ruin it for him.
You reckon?
Yeah, it's going to be...
I don't want to see a rematch there.
I want to see Brock versus Goldberg at WrestleMania now. I sure do. With Brock going mental and changing everything up, I want to see Brock versus Goldberg.
No, I want to see Goldberg take the title.
You're such a mark.
I'm not a mark. I just had a lot of fun on Sunday. So we just recorded WhatCulture. And for the first time in several years, I've been transformed to childhood, and I really, really had a great time on Sunday watching the very unpredictable Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, it was great. I would rather see Brock versus Goldberg 3 than him fighting a title match.
It's 2-0. What's the point? Brock wins. Great. You're still lost.
But it's not about the stats, is it?
No, I know, but it sort of is.
Yeah, it's about the story. Like, Brock Lesnar was humiliated, and like that has to do something. Like one of the big things that everyone took away from Brock versus Goldberg is that Brock was getting complacent. Brock got ruined. So now Brock's gonna have to be different, and I don't think Brock should do that with another member of the roster. I think he should do that with Goldberg. I definitely want to see that match. It's gonna happen as well.
Yeah, probably will. I don't really want to see it, you know.
You don't want to see
I just like Goldberg being on top. I feel like Brock may have done something awful that changed the booking.
Do you think?
What are you looking at?
No, I'm just thinking.
Just thinking.
I'm just thinking in my head.
Pondering.
Look, if they didn't punish Brock for his UFC violation, then what could they possibly?
He might have killed a child.
Goldberg's child.
He might have killed. Well, that little topless little boy. Slack. Sorry, I got to check Slack at the same time. People are watching on Facebook and X. This is mental.
Yeah.
Do you like chicken, Blompier?
Love chicken.
Good.
Big fan. My favourite is I make a little kind of pesto chicken, rice, cheese, broccoli dish. I love that. That's one of my favourite things to eat.
This is shit.
How do you feel?
What is this?
How do you feel about people shipping you two?
Shipping us? What is shipping mean?
You know what shipping is? Shipping is when someone like if you see a relationship between two people.
Oh, the
say, I
fangirl
like
stuff.
I ship it.
I don't mind it. Like,
the thing is, we have been an item in the past before.
Before
we joined WhatCulture.
Before WhatCulture, like that was a thing. So don't feed them. You've just given them.
No, I mean it wasn't long.
Oh, here we go.
We went out for about 4 months, and then when they needed an editor being brought in, I said, "Yeah, I know this guy, Adam Pacitti," and they brought you in. See what was
snuck my way on camera.
It couldn't have worked just because, like, it's a we as a couple we had a gimmick. We had gimmick names because we were both called Adam. It's like
go on.
What
were they?
It's like people call it's like when you have a couple and like one's called Adam, one called. I could never date anyone called Eve. Just because that's too much of a gimmick and it would be a constant thing. And just the fact that we were both called Adam, you know, whose name do you shout out in bed, isn't that a bit narcissistic? All of our friends were just a bit...
Comedy. Yeah. Good stuff.
Still. It's nice.
Great. Who will fight The Undertaker at WrestleMania? Cena.
Cena,
we keep saying Cena.
Why?
Stop being mean to Jack. No, absolutely not. Tell Jack to grow up.
I'm ready to stop being mean to Jack the Jobber because you are. It's actual work.
I'm not being mean to him. I'm not being mean to him.
You bought him a shite hat with.
I bought him a present. Don't say that. That is not fair. Unbelievable.
Will you make a CMLL video? I would love to. I need to do a lot of research into the company because I don't really know that much about it. I did a lot into New Japan.
I like that question.
Big fan of that. What's that?
Who is the worst wrestler? So a wrestler, I assume, who is very bad, who you really enjoy watching.
Oh. Undertaker. No. Rock, maybe?
He's not bad, though. He's not a bad wrestler. Even now, he's not bad.
I guess he's not. I guess you could say in the past year, maybe Brock. But no, he's too legitimate a fighter to ever be seen.
Yeah, but he's not a wrestler, though, is he? I think Brock's a good shout there because you can't. He is a wrestler. Obviously, he wrestles for a living, but he just beats people up and throws them.
He does.
Does a lot of throwing. The problem is, it's really hard to say because all of the wrestlers that are signed are just really good because we're living in that sort of time. You don't get guys like Typhoon. Oh, I don't want to say that about Typhoon.
Oh, poor guy.
He was all right, wasn't he? You don't get guys like Virgil. He was all right. Nails. Let's go with Nails.
Yeah, the halcyon days where they had proper variety like Nails.
Yeah, I love Nails. Nails has the coolest voice in wrestling ever. It's really scary. Okay, more. We're not really check the hashtag on the Twitter.
The hashtag.
Remember to follow us at Adam Pacitti, at Adam the Blompier. How big is Barista's dick? How big's a Barista's dick, Adam?
You get the full gamut of barista dicks.
There
you
is.
have Grande, Verde. Come on!
Hey! Good question here. Bobby Lashley, that's all it says. What are your thoughts on the Shane McMahon knockout spot at Survivor Series? Let's talk about Randy Orton. Because Randy Orton went down to ringside and he was seen on camera consoling Shane's children and saying, your dad's going to be okay. It's just a work. It's a fake sport. It's not real. Don't worry about it. He wasn't saying that. But my problem with that, people were giving Randy a hard time for breaking character. It should have never been shown on TV. Why did they cut to it?
Did they actually cut to it?
Apparently so. I didn't notice it on the night.
I haven't rewatched the footage of it, so I assumed it just happened in the background of one of the shots.
No, I believe they cut to it. Ooh. I don't know. Tell us in the comments, because I don't know. I haven't watched it back
We've got a question on Twitter. Will we see more of Robert Downey's art? We absolutely will. For those of you who don't know, there's a new series that we've started on the YouTube channel called Superstar Diaries, which is me reading out a comedy diary of some of the superstars, and we have amazing cartoon art from Robert Downey at Rob Art Downey on Twitter. You should absolutely
go and follow him because he's actually incredible.
Yeah.
He came to one of our shows, or his brother, I believe, came to one of our shows and gave us these framed things. I've got one here. I'm gonna show it. You keep talking. Yeah.
So yes, basically, I've written the second one. He's done the preliminary art for the second one.
I can't see anything here. Just a second.
Down.
Look at that.
Look how awesome that is.
It is. It's pretty blurry. He doesn't normally do blurry. That's the camera.
I can reveal, in fact.
No!
As
it's a huge scoop!
News,
it's a huge scoop!
The second Superstar Diaries is going to be Brock Lesnar.
Oh,
and the way he draws Brock Lesnar is absolutely hilarious. It's going to be brilliant. It's probably like he's doing the final renders of all the art now. So hopefully it'll be up within a week.
That was nice. Ask Adams, do you watch TNA?
I still don't, you know.
Do you not?
No, it's not.
I catch up on it every once in a while.
I don't do it out of principle. When I said I don't watch TNA and I'm proud of that, that was just me that was part of my heel thing. But I genuinely just don't have the time. And I
don't have the time for wrestling.
I don't have the time to get started with a whole new promotion. I don't have time to catch up.
Well, come January, you probably won't want to. Won't need to even. Will Goldberg when they were on, we've done that. How big is Batista's? Yeah. Fave J, I don't know what this is. Where is Big Daddy Greg? These are rubbish. Get the thing up.
What is your favourite game?
What's your favourite game?
Yes.
Like video games?
Yes.
I am.
Because you have loads of video games.
I do. I've got maybe 200 video games.
Jesus.
At the moment, I'm playing a lot of Fallout 4. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion.
Okay, I've never played Oblivion. I played
Oblivion is fast.
Skyrim.
Yeah, Skyrim. I need to get the new one. Board games. You know what? I love that Mysterium. I can't stop playing. And I've got really into Suro actually. I've been playing that on my phone, and it's actually really once you get it and you're looking 2 or 3 moves ahead, it's really really fun. Yeah. Favorite game, video game, and board game. Go on.
My favorite video game of the last very long while has been Uncharted 4. I don't care if it's linear or if it's set piecey. I love Naughty Dog. There's theatricals. No, favorite video game of all time is Last of Us. Last of Us.
I'm still not played it. You told me to get it. I've got it on my shelf.
God, it broke me. Absolutely broke me.
What? It's storyline. It's really sad.
I've played it so many times. It's the best storyline in video games.
Really?
Just the way it integrates gameplay and character and stuff. My favourite board game would probably be Spyfall.
Spyfall's really fun.
Spyfall is a really good bluffing social deduction game. You play it with your friends. One of you's a spy. It's all about bluffing, lying, pretending you know where you are. You know, subterfuge and stuff. Really, really good if you like improv, lying to each other. I could talk about board games for goddamn ever.
Please do. Please do. They love it.
I've got a tweet here from @MarkLawler717 saying, "Do you like James Ellsworth's role in WWE?"
Apparently, they've just signed him to a 2-year contract, is what I've heard.
Good luck getting 2 years of story out of
I
that
agree.
character.
I don't know. I think it's run its course. I'm bored of him already. Really bored of him. I'd like to see more of what he can actually do in the ring, like if he's a good wrestler or not.
Will you ever get that opportunity? He just doesn't look legitimate enough. Not with the rest of the roster.
No, I guess so. I'd still like to know if he can actually wrestle. It's probably all on YouTube, isn't it?
Yeah, go and find his indie stuff.
Yeah.
I
think it's bullying. I don't like the chin stuff. Like I think you're making fun of a guy's appearance following all of this Be a Star stuff. And I know that was a few years ago now, but they still preach on about like not bullying, and then they're just making fun of somebody's physical appearance. Doesn't sit right with me.
No, I agree. It's plus as well. It's another example of WWE just like taking a joke and running into the ground. It's like the list.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like
we were talking about this the other day.
Like the New Day.
The last time that they actually cut something off at the right point was the Shield. For me, anyway, like they terminated it when it was still on it was at a high point. There was still like a lot of buzz around the three guys, and it worked. Ellsworth, people are going to get fed up with him really soon.
Yeah.
Do you really hate each other? Yes.
Yes.
We are colleagues and nothing but. Is Jack the Jobber still worthy
of a beating?
Yes.
You know.
Brian, Zane, or Grimm? Oh, that's putting you in your place. You're gonna be on the panel with both of them soon, aren't you?
If
you had to spend a year in a room.
What are we talking about? Why are we being personal? I was just going to go to the content that they make. That's the only way I can actually answer this question because they're both really sound guys.
Yeah, they're great, aren't they?
They're both really sound.
A year in a room.
A year in a room
with one of them. Grimm will bring his wife.
I imagine Brian will bring his wife.
Has he got a wife?
Yeah, and a daughter. I'm not going to answer. I can't. There's no way.
Something's gone wrong.
There's no way I can answer that question.
They're both wonderful people, aren't they?
Yeah. I advise you to check them both out. I love them both equally. I love all the heel wife stuff with Grimm.
Yeah,
I just love the pure variety that Brian has on all.
I've only met Grimm, so I'm going to say I prefer Grimm at the moment because he was very warm to me. What? I've not met Brian. I love Brian's channel. I watch Brian's channel more, but I love Grimm. He was really lovely, wasn't he?
So I hope Brian Zane dies.
Oh, for goodness sake!
That's what you're trying to say.
Oh, I was trying to get us back on track there. Will you come to Pakistan? Adam, will you come to Pakistan?
We're going to Pakistan.
We're doing it! No, we haven't booked Pakistan. We want to be absolutely everywhere with WCPW. Don't do that. It's going to be all over the place. They said they're coming to Pakistan.
Favourite United States champion? Go.
Favourite US champion ever? John Cena.
I can tell you John Cena.
John Cena, definitely. How long? No. Awful. God, these are going so far. We got 3,000 people watching this. Will WCPW ever rival WWE? As long as this guy keeps his massive nose and teeth out of it, your nose is fine.
My nose?
Yeah.
That's the pot calling the kettle an asshole.
All right, no, this is fine. All right, check the hashtag on Twitter.
Check the hashtag.
Keep tweeting using hashtag AskAdams.
Okay.
We will be We will be live for the next 10-15 minutes.
Do you think that The Undertaker will be inducted into the Hall of Fame 2017?
Questions coming in on Facebook as well. This is mad. We're trying to get to as many of these as possible. Thank you so much for watching.
How about this one? Least favourite wrestler of 2016?
Does Ellsworth count?
Yeah.
You know what? At the beginning of the year, I would have said Braun Strowman, but there's a guy who has improved so much.
Yeah, no, Braun's great. Truth. I hate seeing him on screen. It's not ironic. It's not. He actively makes me cross.
Mojo Rawley.
Oh. Yeah. I'd hate to be locked in a room with Mojo, probably most of all.
Yeah, I get the impression that that's like legit. He's actually that hyped up all the time. Like he lives the gimmick. 383 watching live on here as well.
Question for you. This probably isn't a good one for me because I don't think I saw these guys at their height.
Sure.
But which one is better? Which one had the better gimmick? Adam Bomb or Glacier?
So Adam Bomb was like a nuclear thing. He was nuclear damaged and he wore like Fallout goggles.
Sounds great.
Glacier was just the guy from Mortal Kombat.
Sub-Zero, yeah.
Sub-Zero. Adam Bomb, I guess, was slightly more original. Glacier was just a copy of Sub-Zero. So they were both dog shit.
Question: how bad is Titus O'Neil?
How bad is Titus? He is. Yeah, Titus is a good shout. There's a guy. He is bad, isn't he? Don't get me wrong. Like, he's big. He's got a good look. He's not awful in the ring. I just find him really annoying. Whatever he does, I find really annoying. What do you think?
Remember when he was briefly not on top of the world, but he kind of shot to prominence? Like he was sharing segments with John Cena after the wash rag.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, how the mighty have fallen.
Time to be
have
alive.
They scrapped that thing that they were doing, like the press conference things, the Titus brand, I think it was called? Has that gone already?
No, he's still doing it. But I think he's just like
not on TV.
Well, you just see him like in the background of a segment when they're trying to advertise Sonic Chicken or something. Like he'll say something like, "This chicken will be good for the Titus brand" or something.
Miserable. Who is the better Hardy?
Right now, Matt.
For the first time ever, Matt is miles ahead of Jeff. I love Jeff Hardy. I was always really, really into Jeff Hardy.
Yep.
When I was a kid, always wore like a Team Extreme shirt or a 2 Extreme shirt.
Because you were too extreme back then.
Almost too extreme.
Yeah.
Now I'm barely extreme, I'd say.
Honey, come on.
Come on. Okay.
Roman or Seth?
Seth, obviously.
Yeah.
Do an Mario voice.
And Mario.
Do an Mario voice, Adam Blompier.
It's me, Mario.
It's actually quite good.
Mario Kart.
What's up with Trump? I'm reading the crap questions. Why
are you getting us into that? Like,
what's up with Trump?
The one thing we don't need.
Yeah, let's not talk about Trump.
Do you think Vader needs to be in the Hall of Fame in 2017?
Yeah, you know, like he recently said that he has 2 years to live. A doctor told him that he has 2 years to live. Yeah, like one of the best big guys ever. Certainly one of the most agile big guys ever. Yeah, of course he does. He should have been on a long time ago, actually.
Do you know if any reason why he hasn't been?
No, not that I know.
Because like he's been invited to Hall of Fame ceremonies. Like he inducted someone.
Yeah, he did.
Year.
Yeah, with the googly eyes.
Who did he induct into? It was.
I can't remember, to be honest.
Oh, it was the guy with the Stan Hansen, I think.
Was it Stan Hansen?
I think it was Stan Hansen.
Another incredible big guy.
How about will Rusev ever get a main event title reign like he deserves?
He does deserve. I don't think he necessarily deserves it yet. Yeah, I think he will, but like he's another guy you can wait on. It's not going to harm him to stick around at the mid card for 2 years.
No, absolutely not. I think he's waiting on that one big thing to happen to him, like Punk. You know, like he just needs something.
King Ross or King Lawler?
God. As in what?
That's all it says. That's all it says. I can't give you any more than that.
Okay, just King Ross. That's because we sort of worked out our workplace pattern now to just like we nod at each other.
You legit hate each other, don't you?
King Ross? It's not hate. It's just he gives me nothing. It's just
he's very popular.
No, he is.
Very
which obviously
popular. More so than
obviously I dislike.
I would say.
Well, let's not say things we can't take back. Obviously,
I wouldn't take it back. He is more popular than you.
No, let's just remember. Let's just remember who was the reason why we're all here. But why are we doing this?
I don't know. Let's move on. Would you ever work for the WWE if offered?
No.
They are accepting writers right now. If you're watching this, go on to corporate.wwe. Do you think they would hire you?
No. No, and no, I wouldn't want to work for them.
You could turn things around, Adam.
No, I couldn't. I'd be the smallest cog in the machine if they ever brought me in for anything. And to be honest, it would be a trap, and I wouldn't go. It just doesn't interest me. I don't want to make unless WWE programming changes. I don't want to make it.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not something I'm interested in. Like,
I was laughing at a comment. I wasn't laughing at what you were saying.
Like if WWE Raw became like NXT, or if the offer came from NXT, it would be something that would probably be something I'd be very excited about. But I just wouldn't want to, and I don't want to sound like an arrogant dick by turning down WWE because they would never.
So what you're saying is you don't need them because you're too big.
Yeah, basically what I'm saying is I'm bigger than Jesus.
Okay.
And Jesus wouldn't want to work for WWE. No,
he wouldn't. He doesn't even like wrestling.
No, they made fun of his dad.
Yes, they did. But he worked a hell of a match.
Honestly,
Blompier's booking would make too much sense for WWE.
You know what I'm saying.
Who will bury Lana or rubbish? Who's going to win the Rumble? We've answered that.
Would you rather finger Steve Blackman or Al
Snow? You?
Blackman, because it would really annoy him.
I don't think either would like it. Hey Adam, who is your dream opponent?
Hey, obviously I'd love a second crack at Rampage. I had him on the ropes last time. I think with Iron Match stipulations, maybe 2 out of 3 falls, I could really take him to the limit.
That would be good. That would be good.
I'll tell you who I'd really like to get my hands on in the ring.
Go on.
That'd be the guy that put me in that situation.
Who do you mean?
You know, the guy that
That's not
set me up to go
Don't
through a
tease
table.
him, because I will never step into a ring with you. And I'm absolutely saying that definitively
you're too
now.
afraid, and I understand.
No, I'm a serious,
I've
trained professional wrestler, and you are a big-mouthed, posh boy.
Put your moustache where your mouth is.
It's a beard now. It's a beard.
It's a moustache. Right. Tweet him that it's a moustache. By the way, oh shit! Have you seen that someone has sent a picture of you, and it looks, you look like one of the characters from Rick and Morty.
Oh, don't do this.
It's
you won't be able to find it. Too many people going nuts on the old Twitter at Adam Pacitti and at Adam the Blonde PA.
Hang on, you're right. If I just search Twitter, if I just search regular legs, I'll probably find something.
Don't do it.
Regular legs.
You know, when you search regular legs on Google, it goes regular legs, Adam Pacitti.
That's amazing.
Another question. God, these are coming in so fast. Sorry if we're not getting to your questions. How would you debut Nakamura? I'll let you do that fantasy booking, man.
He says, with barely concealed disdain.
Just wait until they do it and then tell them.
Yeah, tell them.
Because hindsight is a wonderful thing.
I do how WWE should book. I do future
no, that's
booking.
A fair point.
Nakamura, he really is they've cultivated an atmosphere where there are just it's the Raw after WrestleMania, I think, because he just fits into that. He's that big. I think Raw after WrestleMania, like whoever wins the Universal or WWE Championship, you know, I'd love AJ Styles to go on to retain his championship at WrestleMania, and I'd love his first opponent back to be Nakamura.
I think NXT in 2 weeks' time is going to speak volumes about when we're going to see Nakamura debut, and I don't want to get into a Finn Balor kind of thing where we speculate and speculate and speculate, but if Nakamura doesn't take it back in Japan, then I think he's getting called up sooner rather than later.
I mean, we've just recorded the WhatCulture where we go into detail, like kind of what we think of the NXT system, when Nakamura should come up, what we think of Nakamura in NXT. So keep your eye out for the next episode of WhatCulture that's coming through. Adam Blompier, can you comment on the rumours that you're going to get a hair transplant?
See you later. Do a Mario voice. Do a Mario voice. He has legitimately walked out of here. Will Zack Ryder ever get the push he deserves? You know, I feel like the time's gone for Zack. And I was the biggest broski going. He was truly, truly incredible. When he was selling all the T-shirts, when he was doing True Long Island Story, he was the absolute man. And it's done, isn't it? It's over for him. You can't stretch out an underdog thing for that long. It was good for him to get his spot at WrestleMania, winning the IC title. That was cool. Simon Miller or Jack the Jobber. Simon Miller 1,000,000 times. Jack's been good. He's stuck around. He's kept Pacitti Club alive in my absence. But Simon Miller's massive. Show us the bald spot. I don't have one. So audio quiet. Do you guys know the True Geordie? No, I believe they want to do something with the True Geordie at some point. Obviously, we're up here in Newcastle, England. Should Ryder team back up with Kurt Hawkins? No, I'm interested to see what they do with Kurt Hawkins as well. We went to a SmackDown house show, and he actually picked up a win, and it was class. I just feel like they're probably copying Eva Marie's thing a bit too much, and I hope they don't drop that with Eva, because that was a lot of fun when she does return. Hello. Oh, you've been crying.
Yeah, filled this up with my cuck tears. I got a message here on Twitter. It's from @Jack_the_Jobber saying, why is Adam Pacitti so mean to @Jack_the_Jobber?
Why is well, I'm not mean. I just think I treat him with the respect that he deserves, which is
he used to be nicer to him.
No respect. Yeah, no, and don't get me wrong. Like, I don't mind having him around and everything. Can we not talk about Jack? Because I think this is not the time.
I think a lot of the I've seen a lot of the questions about why everyone is being so mean to Jack, and I do think it's something that we should address, because
I personally think that Jack is, for want of a better word, rubbish. and I don't like him. But I'm grateful for him being there, and he is my friend. Okay. Lita or Trish? Lita.
Oh.
Don't go upset.
100,000 times. Where's Blompier? I'm here.
Hello.
Can
Adams. What about the writing gigs? What writing gigs? We're accepting writing.
Yeah. Like, to all the people who tweet us about how the application process is going, we'd love to reply to all of them, but we don't know.
No, we actually don't. It goes above our head. It goes to the bosses.
It's not like we don't deal with them, so we couldn't tell you yes or no whether or not your application has been seen. And we can't do that for every individual person.
There is still time if you want to come and work with us here at WhatCulture Wrestling or WhatCulture Gaming or WhatCulture Film or any of that stuff. If you think you can contribute with video or with words, then get on the website. There's lots of details on there. We would love to check you out. Favourite year in wrestling? 2001 for me.
2000 for me.
2000, yeah. Both great.
Because I know how much you love the Invasion, and
I quite like the Invasion. I don't think it was terrible. It was a lack of talent, wasn't it, that was available. It was contractual issues.
Yeah, I just feel just a bit exhausting, really. Don't get me wrong. When I was a kid, it blew my mind, but going back and rewatching it, it was such a mess.
That's it. It's interesting to say, because I say it's my favourite year. It's also towards the end of the year that I stopped watching wrestling.
How long did you take off?
5 years. I just didn't think it was cool anymore, and I wanted to be cool. And then I realised,
it was 2002 and 3.
I've gone back and watched. I've got everything on it. Yeah, I've seen it all.
Seen it all, mate.
Seen it all. Favourite finisher right now? I still love the skull crashing finale. I think it's class.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's such a good, because it looks like, I remember seeing the pedigree and just seeing a move where an opponent's arms were hooked and they seemingly couldn't protect themselves, and I was like, wow, that is nuts. And skull crushing finale, I know he releases them, but it does the same thing for me. I think it looks cool.
If I'm brutally honest, I think the Kinshasa isn't as good as the Bombardier. Like, I haven't seen him hit one that's as good as like the one he did, for example, earlier. Was it this year that he did Wrestle Kingdom 10? Wrestle Kingdom 10 was this year, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, just about.
The one that he hit on.
That's nuts, isn't it?
The one that he hit on AJ Styles at Wrestle Kingdom 10 this year.
Yep.
Like, he hasn't hit one like that, and that used to be my favourite finisher. Whereas now, I don't know. I really like, the more I see of it, I really like the phenomenal forearm. I really like Roman Reigns' spear.
Cool. I was about to say Roman Reigns' spear is the absolute bomb. Right, we are saying goodbye because we're testing streams all over the place at the moment. We are now saying goodbye to our Facebook users. So if you're watching on Facebook, thank you very much for watching. You can continue watching either on WhatCulture Extra or for free on whatculture.com / youtube.com / WhatCulture WWE is where you can find us. And we will continue taking questions there and on Twitter at Adam Pachisi and at Adam Blompier. Will you... Okay, that's all right.
Wow, that is...
Yeah. Best wrestling theme. Right now,
Glorious.
Or Nakamura still. Oh, I've fallen out of love with it because I've listened to it too many times when I'm waking up and on my way to work.
I think what they did at TakeOver Toronto has restored my love of Glorious, because it got overplayed, but now it's sort of back for me. I really love
Apollo Crews.
No,
yes,
I used to love Apollo Cruises, but I just haven't listened to it because bless the man, he
doesn't do much.
It's just a worse what's happening to him.
Yeah.
I love Man with a Plan.
Man with a Plan. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
I love AJ Styles, Ziz, and I also
I love Rich Swans.
Rich Swans is great.
Can you handle this? I love it. So much fun.
And Ty Dillinger. Ty Dillinger's great. 10.
Raw, SmackDown, a million times over. You're unlucky in that you have to watch Raw every week, which is 3 hours and not as good as SmackDown.
Yep. It's not awful. It is awful.
Would Enzo be better on his own? That's interesting. At this point, no.
No, not at the moment.
I think
eventually he's got what it takes to pick his own fights. But the problem is, with Vince McMahon still in charge, I don't think Vince will ever get behind Enzo as a solo act, just because Vince he's just demonstrated time and time again that believability in terms of how you look means a lot to Vince McMahon.
It does. It's interesting that Enzo was signed without them seeing him wrestle. Sent in a video promo. I believe it was Triple H signed him without having seen him. And you can watch those on YouTube. If you search Enzo Amore, like, I don't know what you'd search. Enzo Amore, old promo. I can't remember what he was called then.
Or
search his real name.
Like
you'll find them, and they're really, really interesting. Can you give me a shout out? No. Best gimmick match ever?
The Rumble?
Yeah. That's it, isn't it? I was going to say Hell in a Cell. No, Steel Cage is better than Hell in a Cell. I like the over-the-top escape thing. Yeah, it's the Rumble. Rumble's great. Yeah. Every year, it's my favourite pay-per-view. I'd rather go to a live Royal Rumble than a live WrestleMania. Seriously.
Wow.
I know. The Grand Spectacle, the biggest daddy of them all. I don't know.
Being
Royal
there
Rumble,
and
it's
counting down
unpredictable.
10, 9,
really
8.
Fun.
Being the first people to know.
Honk! Oh, it's Goldust.
Also, if you were there at the Royal Rumble this year live, you'd have got the full experience of AJ Styles. Yeah. Not bloody Roman Reigns' pissing stupid dirt face.
Oh, God. What was up with that? What was up with that?
Oh, it's AJ Styles.
Would Cass be better on his own? Not yet. Not yet at all.
He'll probably, when they eventually split up, he will probably do better than Enzo.
Favourite big guy?
Kane.
Over Taker?
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. For me, it's probably Taker.
Fair enough.
Or Giant Gonzalez.
I love everything. Like, Kane did all the really,
I love everything too. We've got 4,000 people watching this.
That's great.
That's mental.
Could you guys watch WCPW on Saturday, please?
That'll be good. That'll be good. There's some big stuff happening.
It's the go-home show before WCPW, delete WCPW, and yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
Cool.
As anyone who attended the London show.
Couple more minutes. What is your opinion on CM Punk as a wrestler? One of the best ever.
Yeah, great.
Amazing
really,
in the ring.
great.
Amazing in the ring.
What do you guys think about Kenny Omega? Sorry.
Like him a lot.
Yeah.
Like him a lot.
Like him a lot. Couple haters. Do you think he's going to win at Wrestle Kingdom 11? Versus
I actually don't know.
Okada?
Yeah.
Do you think he will? I don't think he will.
I actually don't know. I'm not going to pretend. Not a clue.
I think
Adam Shea, fuck off. Because you've already sworn, it's fine.
Oh, that's fine. I didn't say that word.
How awesome is Simon Miller? He's the man.
He's a really good guy.
Really good guy. Lovely bloke.
We hate being we enjoy being disingenuous and like saying, oh, we hate each other. But you just can't say it about Simon Miller. He's just too nice.
Too nice.
Of course. What I think about wrestling.
That's nothing like him. He's not one of the craze.
He does say he sounds a bit. My name's Simon Miller, and I talk a bit like this.
Yeah, that's quite good. Lots of the hands.
That's actually how I feel about the wrestling industry.
He is quite sincere as well.
He is. That's how he feels about everything.
Absolutely. We're going to take 3 more questions, and then we are done.
All right.
Sweet. So, if you could book any wrestler to WCPW and why, let's pretend you still work there. Any free agent on the ruddy bloody planet today, who are you picking?
What if I had an unlimited checkbook?
Yeah.
And they were still actively wrestling, or could I bring people back from retirement?
You're saying Daniel Bryan, right?
Answer the question. Can I bring people back from retirement?
No, they're available to wrestle now. If Punk.
Yeah.
As far as like being the biggest draw, Punk is the right answer.
I want to see, like, if we could get Punk's
Can you imagine?
No, not really. But
yeah, there's no better answer than Punk. If you could pick anyone, WWE guys included, then they're leaving, right? They're saying, forget this.
On the WWE roster right now?
Yeah, include WWE or TNA or whatever you like.
It's either Styles or Rollins.
Really?
I mean,
Cena for me.
Or Cena.
Cena for me a million times. What about Goldberg?
No.
Hot property right now. Okay, couple more. God, these are dreadful.
Will you
Dream merch? I assume that means dream merch.
I'm gonna let's take one. Let's
take one from Twitter.
From the hashtag. Ba-ba-dum, 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 bum, 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 ba-ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum.
There's one for you. Why do you hate R-Truth so damn much?
It all stems back from from about January, February of 2015, and it was it was heading into the the first Intercontinental ladder match at WrestleMania 31, and he'd stolen the Intercontinental title. Well, I mean, Dean Ambrose stole it first, and then R-Truth got involved, and then he sat in on commentary for about every week for about a month, maybe a bit longer.
No, you're still going.
I was, and he sat in on commentary, and he was the most irritating son of a bitch. I hated him, and he lost me, and he'll never get me back, and that's just how it goes. I hate him. I hate him and everything that he stands for. Would you ever do a beard versus hair forfeit for the next Adam versus Adam?
The problem is we never know if Blompier's hair will still be there for the next Adam versus Adam. So we can't book stuff like that because,
I hate you. I utterly loathe you. You can't even get them in any Vulcan work.
No, I
That's
can't.
How crap you are.
Trying to finish off with it. It's not happening. This is it. Go on. Let's do a couple more.
Who should be Asuka's first defeat?
Ooh. From the NXT roster, Peyton Royce.
Ember Moon, yeah.
Peyton.
Yeah, bring it back.
I'm trying. There it goes.
Hang on.
That's so
slow it down. Up a bit. Yes. Up a bit more. And then stop banking it to the right.
I'm not doing anything. Rubbish.
Good stuff. So
content. Pause it here. Right, this is going to be our second to last question.
Okay,
I like that one. Shag, marry, kill.
Vince Russo, Kevin Dunn, Bill DeMott. Oh my god,
that's hard. I would, from what I've heard, and it's speculation, is that Bill DeMott is a legit bit of a bully, and there were pictures that were floating around of like people who were made to strip while they were training. So I don't know if he is or not, but I don't think we'd have much to talk about anyway, and I don't really want to shag Bill DeMott. So I will say kill Bill DeMott, marry Russo, because he would have some really interesting stories, even if they're all completely biased and incorrect. And I guess oh god, that's not going to be fun, is it?
No, it's not.
Go on, what's yours?
Mine is shag Vince Russo, because he'd be a dirty New York shag, and you probably wouldn't have the best time, but I mean, my god, the stories.
No, you don't get stories. It's a one and done, mate.
No, the story of that time you shagged Vince Russo.
Okay, you think that's got the most mileage?
Jim Cornette. I've done the one thing that you've always wanted to do. I effed him.
Unbelievable.
Kevin Dunn I would marry, because he's never at home and he earns millions of dollars.
Don't do that.
He earns more than Vince McMahon a year, Kevin Dunn.
Yeah, but he doesn't get all the shares that Vince gets.
I don't care. $4 million a year.
Yeah.
And I'm married to that. And he would never be home. I just have the big house. He'd be going everywhere with Vince, giggling about diva searches.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Last question.
Let's
get away from this nonsense. Hey Adams, you poms. I don't know if that can I say that?
Good day.
Good day. Are there too many belts in the WWE right now?
No. Not now. There used to be, but not anymore.
I wouldn't mind seeing
big belt, tag belt, mid-card belt, and women's belt.
I want to see, and I've talked about this before,
and cruiserweight belt.
The return of the hardcore title, which you can't really do in the current era, but I want to see a 24/7 title which is defended on social media and on the network live. Like, you could be watching anything. You could be watching a bloody documentary about Kevin Nash, then suddenly, psst.
What do you do with your spare time?
And it's being defended. That would be great.
A documentary about Kevin Nash.
That'd be interesting. What?
I guess.
What's Kevin Nash ever done? I'm Adam Blompier. Right, well, thanks very, very much for watching. It has been an absolute hoot. Remember, you can follow us on Twitter at Adam Pachisi, at Adam the Blompier. You can follow the WhatCulture Wrestling account. It's at WhatCulture WWE. We're on Facebook. We're on all that stuff. You all know it. Great. What should we finish with, Adam?
a shout out to all the